Hey, this is Rob Stevens from 104.2 NileFM, and in the studio, look who it is. It's Ali Gatie. Hey.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Thanks very much for spending the time to come and speak to us.
Pleasure's mine, man.
First of all, welcome to Egypt. Second of all,
yeah.
Your concert was that amazing. You're doing another night tonight as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. It was crazy. Like, Egypt was one of the first markets I broke in, like, Middle East, Africa kind of region.
Yeah.
So they've been waiting for me to come. And even when I posted tickets, they're like, this venue's too small. And I was like, to see, like, I got the most gifts. It's probably one of the loudest shows. It was like, it was a real, like, kind of cult experience. It was awesome.
Kind of really intense, but in a good way.
It was good. Yeah, people like throwing like posters at me. Someone met me at the airport, like waited for me.
No way.
And like as soon as he saw me, I was like wearing a mask and everything because I was like, he knew it was me. He was like, ah, he like, ran up to me, hugged me. It was really cute.
That's kind of cool.
I felt the love.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, let's backtrack to 2019 when it all kind of started off for you. The single "You." How did that come about? Because it's very it really touches a sensitive side, but as far as I've been aware, and people have researched this for me, you weren't going through a breakup at the time, or you weren't involved. So how did you touch on the inspiration for that and really get deep inside of your feelings?
So like before that song, I like built like a pretty big following making like really sad heartbreak songs. And that song, people think it's a heartbreak song, but it's not. It's actually a song about like being scared to fall in love again after being heartbroken. So it's the idea of like you meet someone and like you're considering like trying to like be in love with them, but you're scared because you're like, I don't want to end up, because you don't want to get heartbroken again, or like if you recently went through a heartbreak, you don't want, so you might like, it's like if you get food poisoning at a certain country, you might not want to go there and eat again because you're like, I don't want to get food poisoning again. So it was like, it was more of a song of like, if I am gonna fall in love with someone, it would be this person, but like I'm still scared to try.
Okay.
But I think because of that, it worked for people who like were falling in love, and people who were heartbroken, because like it touched both sides of the spectrum. Like, because it could be a love song too, It could be like, it's you, it's always you. If I'm ever gonna fall in love, it's gonna be you. Like, that's not sad.
Yeah, no.
But then it's like, please don't break my heart after. So it's
music is very subjective. So yeah, like you say, it appeals to everybody that's either fallen in love but not currently, has lost somebody but still loves them, or is in a new relationship and then doesn't really want to let go just yet.
Exactly. And I get a lot of like people like, I've never been in love or in a relationship, but like if I ever was to fall in love, I want to be in love with someone like the people you write about.
Okay.
So it's like people who don't even have relationships who still can relate to the song because they just feel the lyrics, or it's very interesting how music touches people,
How long did it take you to decide to put that together? Because, you hear stories of people saying, oh, you know what, it took me 3 years to really get this song. But how long did it take you to put it together?
So me, I'm not one of those, like, I'm very like, it's either happening or it's not. So like, that song, I have like a voice note when I wrote that song, it's like 10 minutes. Where that was like creating the idea for it, and then I ended the voice note, and then I went into my studio, which I made it at my house, which was probably like 30 minutes. But that's writing the song and like recording on just the guitar. Then it's like producing it and getting it to the right spot. Probably took, it was like a few months later, but the actual studio sessions, it was like 3 studio sessions. So
that's still pretty good. That's still
it was like a week process.
So talk us through the process after that. So what happened with the song once you were happy with it and it was completed?
So like, I made this song, and then the day I made it, I went on Instagram Live and I played it. Because I wasn't that big. I was like, I don't know, maybe I had like 40,000 followers, maybe even 50,000, let's say 100,000.
Not that big.
And so like people weren't leaking my stuff or anything. It was like, I could play it for my fans. They just, I played it, and then, because it was like, I really liked the song. And then like a month later, someone leaked it on YouTube and it started getting big. And I didn't know. And then like I picked it, and then it became like a trend on TikTok. I didn't even know. And so during the process, I wasn't even finishing it, even though I knew it was going to be the next song. It just became such a huge thing because I played the whole song, so the whole song was leaked like from beginning to end. And
it's
so
like, here you go, take this.
Yeah, and so that leak started getting like millions of views, and then we'd remove it, and then someone would post another one and get another million views. So I was like noticing like, so then I went to my team and I'm like, guys, like I think this is gonna be a big song because like it's like a leak off Instagram Live quality, and like it went on SoundCloud, YouTube. People were posting it as a podcast on Spotify, so you can listen to it.
Wow.
So I was like, that people really want this song. And then there was like a video of me like in my studio, like in a yellow hoodie, where I was just like singing over the song, and that started going viral. And so in between that, I was like, yeah, I really need to get this song done. But then there was a lot of pressure because it was like, I need to like perfect it because everyone's waiting for this one song.
Yeah, did you feel that you had to do it slightly differently because there was already a version of it?
So like I was stuck between like, do I want to do it differently?
Yeah.
Or if I do it differently, they might be like, we just wanted what we had because that's getting millions of views. And so it was that back and forth because like producers wanted to make it different. But I ended up keeping it pretty similar. I kept the first half just acoustic, because that's what leaked. It was it was just guitar, the one that leaked.
So how
the whole
did,
way through.
when you found out it was literally everywhere, did that make you, I mean, what's the thought process behind that? Did that make you angry? It's like, well, hang on, you've just stolen my...
Yeah, at first I was like, damn, this sucks, because like because it leaked on TikTok and it wasn't even under my name. So it was like some kid who found like a 10-second clip, he put it on a video and the video went viral and everyone started using his sound. So it was his name. And so like people were asking, what's this song? What's this song? So I was upset. I'm like, damn, like that's my work. But then later people started, the fan base I did have was big enough that like they'd comment like, this is Ali Gatie, this song is coming out.
Yeah.
And then it slowly like, there was a point where I was trending on Apple Music, like all 3 searches in America.
Wow.
It was like, It's You, Please Don't Break My Heart, and then like Ali Gatie. And the song wasn't out. So that's when I was like, hey, like people are figuring out it's me. And when it came out, everyone just, I guess like it became like a mission, like who can find the song. So when it came out, like videos started going viral of, oh, I know what that song is, and it's like how to find the song.
Yeah.
Like that would get like 1 million likes on TikTok.
It's like, here he is, come and get it from the source.
Because it was like a challenge of like, what's that song? What's that song? Everyone's using the song, but no one knows what song it is. When it finally came out, everyone was like, oh, that's the song.
And you're like, oh, phew, it's come out.
Yeah, I was scared because I'm like, damn, did I miss my opportunity of like, what if people don't care anymore? Like they've heard the song, it's been like, because that leak was February and the song came out in January. So it was like 4 months. So I was like worried, like we waited way too long, you know, but.
It worked out right, because that kind of spawned, was that the inspiration behind calling the album It's You?
Yeah, so the song is called It's You and I called the album You.
That's it, sorry.
And it was just, I had to do it. I was like, damn, like this is what they connected with. And it just turned out a lot of the other songs, some that were made before, just a lot of them had the word you. So it's like, it was like, I think 7 of the 10 songs had the word you in the title. And so I was like, it just makes sense. And
no inspiration from the TV show?
No, I think I was before. I'm pretty sure I was before.
I think you were too.
I think I was before.
I think you were too.
Maybe they got inspiration from me.
Ah, see?
Yeah.
That's another revenue source there.
Yeah.
So, if someone hasn't heard the album, or if they have heard your first song, but then want to listen to what you've got to offer on the album, is it a similar sort of thing all the way through, or is it different inspirations from different places?
So the album has, my first kind of big song was a song called Moonlight, which is a little different from It's You. Like, it's a lot sadder, and it has a lot more indie sound. It's You was like a kind of acoustic ballad, so like, the album doesn't have another acoustic ballad. But the album has like a whole variety. It's one theme and it has one feeling, but certain songs are different. Like there's songs that have more energy. There's 2 poems on the album. They're just like, one of them is like a spoken word almost. There's like an interlude. So you get the same feeling throughout the whole project. It's cohesive, but every song has its own kind of vibe too.
Now, your heritage is obviously Middle Eastern. So is there something that you want to do to recognize that? Or are you already trying to incorporate some of your historical roots into your current music?
I think like musically, I never knew. But now that I'm working with a lot of people, everyone tells me like, you have Arabic melodies. Yeah. But like, it's not something I do on purpose. So I think just naturally that comes into my like music. But I never overthink music. I'm just like a gut feeling guy.
Could that be from, I mean, your parents, do they still listen to Arabic music?
I think just growing up, I mean, I grew up in an Arabic country until I was like 10. So like that's still old enough to like, when I left, I was like old enough to understand the culture. And
you suck it up sometimes without even realizing. So
I don't know where it comes from, but it's in me somewhere. And I grew up on Arabic and English music, so it's like, I think it's just that combination. I have like a sweet spot where...
It's like a hybrid between the two.
It's interesting.
So having said that, obviously you're familiar with Arabic artists. Is there anyone in particular that you think, do you know what, I really connect with them on a musical level, and I think they'd be able to do something great for the music, so us together?
I want to make a song with Khalid Masahir.
Okay.
Because he's like an Iraqi legend, so like that's one. And it's like, I grew up like listening to him too. Like that's when my parents first put me on, and I was like... That'd be cool. It'd be like cool thing for like just Iraqi culture in general. And like he's like a real artist, you know? He like stands for the right things, and like he's not like singing or about like inappropriate stuff like that. So he's a legend. I would make a song with him. Even because he's a composer too. I could even like let him produce a song for me or something. That could be cool.
Yeah. So how would, let's say that he suddenly you're checking your DMs and he slipped into the DMs and said, listen, I love the songs, I love Moonlight, I love you, I all of it together. Let's do a collaboration. What would your first instinct be? You'd be like,
I don't even know if he has Instagram. Does he have Instagram? He's like,
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure. But if he is watching this, then slip into the DMs. Come on.
Man, I don't know how I'd react. I think I wouldn't even text my manager. I would text my mom. Like that's something like because my mom. I think that's when my mom would be like, you know what, you made it. Like I get it now.
Yeah,
that would be cool because he's like also like he's not like a new artist. Like he's like an older guy. And he's really respected. So like for someone like that to be like, I think he has a PhD in music and stuff. So for him to be like,
Wow.
yo, I like your music, this is someone who's like well researched and like in the game is respected for his like just knowledge of
like
music.
a musical legend.
Yeah, he's like a musical legend. Like he's for sure an Iraqi legend, but I think just Arab music wise, he's a very respected guy.
Yeah.
It's like Quincy Jones hitting you up, like saying like, yo, I love your production. It's like anyone would be like, damn.
It's like, right, I get, but right back to you, and then freak out for about a week, and then it's like, all right,
I'd
hi.
freak out. But I think I'd reply right away, like, yo, I'm coming.
No,
Where
because
are
you'd
you?
overthink it too much. You'd think, no, he's contacted me. I've got to start it off in the right way. So do I say hello, or do I say, oh my God, or do you freak out, or do you just send a video of your actual honest reaction?
Yeah, I don't know how I'd react, to be honest.
I mean, fingers crossed that might happen.
It might. I think it will one day.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be the one DMing him. Maybe he'll reply to me.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, you never know, because sometimes these things do happen. So,
I think so. I think eventually he'll hear like, oh, this is a new Iraqi kid doing his thing.
and he'll be proud.
I think he'd be proud.
So,
Hopefully.
I mean, that's the album, and that's stuff that you've already worked on. So what's in the pipeline for the future?
So I just released this new song. It's the first single off my new album. It's called What If I Told You That I Love You.
Yep.
That's the song name. And it kind of had a similar story to It's You. But this time I leaked it kind of on purpose. And this became my thing. Like, I just kind of give my fans, but I leaked like a little snippet, went big on TikTok, released it. It's doing really well. And so it's kind of the new chapter for me where I'm slowly progressing my fans into like a little bit of a new sound. It's still like that same feeling, but it's a little kind of happier and brighter. And I have some exciting music that I'm about to release within the next this year. Still figuring it out, but I'm excited for it because that You was like my EP, wasn't like really my album. So this will be my first album.
Okay.
And like I'm like touring now, so I can actually go sing the songs and stuff. And like I'm singing songs that I wrote like 2 years ago. Sometimes I'm like bored. I'm like, damn, like I wrote this so long ago. I want to like sing the new stuff that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for this new album, these new tours.
Are you excited when your fans sing along with songs that you thought maybe they didn't know because it is from that long ago?
So like they sing the old stuff more than the new stuff, which is like very interesting because like it just shows how real of a fan base I built even when I was a smaller artist, like when I was still developing.
Yeah.
It was always this cult, like if you were a fan, you were like the biggest fan, or if you weren't a fan, you just didn't even know about me. And so like yesterday in Cairo, they sang the song called Can't Lie, which I wrote like early 2018. It came out in 2018 January, so like that's what 2 years ago, and they sang word for word. Like they sang it louder than songs that came out this year.
And they're the ones throwing the posters up on it. It's like, sign it and send it back.
So it was just like, it's cool to see when they sing the old stuff. Because like when I wrote that, and people were like, you're never gonna make it. Like at that time, people, like I didn't have fans. Like Can't Lie was the first song. I had like 1,000 followers. I was like literally like, and it was my friends, high school friends. People would tell me like, you're never gonna make it. Like just go back to school and stuff.
How do you deal with people like that? Because there are people out there, and these people feel that they've got a voice, but they're completely unjustified. I mean, it's nobody's place to put someone else down to make themselves feel better. But unfortunately, social media is doing that all the time. So if there's someone watching this now thinking, well, do you know what? I want to do that, but everyone's telling me that I shouldn't. How did you deal with it?
I think like early on, I dealt with it better than now, which is weird. I don't know why, but early on, I was just always like, anyone who's like, I have this line in a song that I think is gonna come out soon, and it's like, they'll tell you they can't do it because they think they can't do it. It's like people who don't believe in themselves don't want you to believe in yourself. Because like a lot of people probably wish they would be an artist, but they're too scared. So if they see you trying to be an artist, they're gonna be like, you can't do it. But or like it could be in anything. Someone who wants to be a doctor or whatever. People like love projecting their insecurities on like to you.
I was gonna say the same thing.
So it's like this dude named Gary Vee. I don't know if you know him. He's like this he's like a media guy, whatever, and he just says like someone takes the time to hate on you, you got to really like reflect on how bad they're going. Like you almost have to feel empathy for them, because like damn, like you're going through such a rough time that you want to take time out of your day to hate on me. So like I kind of feel bad for you because you must be going through something.
Yeah,
you
so they're taking time out from whatever it is they're going through to then throw shade on you to make them feel better.
Yeah, which doesn't work. Which probably doesn't work. So like now I started like if I see hate comments now, I'll just remind myself like I just like pray for that person because I'm like they must be going through like a bad year.
Do you reply?
No, I never reply to hate.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes I'll subtweet like the haters, like a tweet. But I'm starting to learn to just like don't look at it because like sometimes before it never got to me. When I wasn't big, I didn't even care because I thought like I don't care. Sometimes now like some people say some mean stuff. I'm like, why you gotta say this? Like this is just mean.
It's jealousy.
Yeah, but it's like I just gotta sit down. And I just feel bad for them. I'm like, damn, like I would never take time out of my day to sit and be like, oh, you're a loser. I hate you. I hate you. Like you're a horrible interviewer. Like it's like why would I do that? You know. But so for someone to really do that, I'm like, they must be going through something. So it's like, I hope they can find the happiness they need, you know?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, I guess. So you're on a world tour at the moment. I mean, if someone just tell you 5 years ago, hey, listen, 5 years, you're going to be on a world tour, would you have believed that?
Honestly, like the 5 years when I started making music, I was so crazy. I would have been like, I'm gonna do it in 4 months. Like I just thought, like the first song I made, I thought this was gonna be the like #1 song in the world, literally. Like, but it's that like kind of crazy mentality that like made me keep going.
It's motivation.
Because I used to think like I'm the best, but people just don't know yet. But I actually wasn't that good. Like I was listening to stuff the other day. I'm like, this is pretty bad. Like I can understand why it wasn't that big, but it's that mentality of like, I'm gonna be huge. People are just sleeping on me. Everyone's sleeping. It gave me the confidence to go through learning to become better.
Yeah.
Because like early on, people hated. Like I kind of was bad. So it's like I understand why some people were hating. Like I was like.
You weren't bad. You were just not as good as you are now.
Honestly, that's true, because I was pretty good. I still think I was pretty good.
It's a thought process, and it's a process of elimination. It's like, well, I'm going to try that, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
And like, I was listening to like some of my first songs, like early stuff that never even came out, and I took in like, there's still elements of that Ali that are still in my music today.
Yeah.
I just learned to kind of take the bad out and keep the good and like polish it and learn. And like, I didn't know anything. Like my first studio session, I didn't even know like mixing songs was a thing. I thought you just go in and recording, like that's
and someone else does
that's making a song. No, I didn't know that mixing was a thing. I thought like you record and you release it and like that's it. We're like, I didn't know people edit it. I didn't know anything. So like learning all that too, even learning about production, learning about like all the different roles, and it helped me become a better artist, you know?
Yeah, of course, because you understand each step of the process, as it were. So if in the future you wanted to take a break from actually releasing songs yourself, is there anyone that's a current artist that you would think, you know what, I think I could work with them and take them into a slightly different direction, almost effectively producing them?
That's a good question. I don't know if I would produce someone, but I would want to like co-write like an album with someone. I don't know who. Like I wouldn't even care if they're big or not. But if someone came to me with like, hey, I have an idea for an album, and like I've always wanted to be a writer. Even before I started making music, I just wanted to be a writer. But I didn't have a way to pursue that career. Like I didn't have any connections to get into the game, so I was like, I'll just be an artist. But my real passion is for writing music, you know, and I think that's like my favorite thing to do. So if any artists out there that you want help writing a project that's meaningful, DM me. Call them Sarah if you're writing an album, bro. DM me if you need English lyrics. But there's no one in particular. My dream collab, I think, is J. Cole, because he's like what I grew up listening to, and like I really respect him as like an artist.
Yeah.
Musically and just not outside of music too. But I think he said he's not doing features anymore, which kind of sucks. He tweeted like, it's my last feature.
Actually, you need to check out a photo of Mohammed, who does our evening show. It looks exactly like
J. Cole.
Exactly.
I might put him on a song and just say that I had J. Cole.
And he's down, and he's actually started releasing his own music as well.
He's a rapper too?
Kind of, yeah. He raps in Arabic though.
Okay, interesting.
It's a sideline.
Maybe I'll make the Arabic J. Cole feature.
Well, there you go. See, you two could do a collaboration, and then if it works out, you can go approach the real J. Cole.
Like, look, this guy looks like you. And
yeah, I had to use a stand-in, but you know. So what's the future got for you? I mean, once you finish your world tour, you're going to just take a break and start refocus back on what you're doing?
So like, I'm finishing my album right now. It's almost done. Finish the world tour, release new album, go tour my new album. So there's no break.
No stopping.
Because I'm touring my last project right now, and like this was kind of just to build, like kind of show the world, like, you know, I'm a touring artist.
I'm here.
Plant all the seeds, like come to places like Cairo, and like doing a lot of intimate shows where we know we could do bigger shows. We're like, let's go, like even today, it's like I get to meet my fans, experience that, and then I'm gonna put out my album, and then I don't know if I hopefully I get like a month break or something, but not really, because you put out an album and there's the album and music side of work, and then there's tour side.
Yeah.
And it's like I might get a break from touring, but then I have to go work my album.
Which do you prefer? Being in the studio?
I'm a studio guy. So like I just started touring. I've only done 8 shows. So I don't think I've done it enough to really know how much I like it. I've been in the studio for the last 3 years, like every day. So, but I just love making music.
Do you find that's more of a comfort zone for you, because you can be who you want to be creatively, but then when you're on stage, it's like, right, now be you.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, on stage, like the hour I do is fine. But it's like the rest of tour life can get kind of like frustrating or annoying sometimes, and sometimes fun too. Like I just saw the pyramid and stuff, that was fun. Like, but this, like, I also came here on a 14-hour flight, and I was like, that's not fun, you know?
Yeah,
so like,
got you.
The shows though, I don't know. I used to be so scared. Like I dreaded doing shows. I'm like, I don't want to go on stage. Like, but once you're on stage, like even yesterday I was feeling kind of sick.
Yeah.
But when you get on stage, I don't know, I feel just good. Like, because the love I get from my fans is crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it must be
I think that's what it is.
Especially when you've got fans meeting you at the airport, and then you've got fans screaming your name, and they all know your songs, and you can see through the curtains, whatever, they're there, and they're there for you.
And they show love,
That must be really intimidating to then get up on stage and then perform.
It's actually like the opposite, because it's so much love that I really, because like, yesterday, like this is what happened yesterday. I was trying to open my water bottle on stage, and I couldn't open it. I don't know why. I was nervous, my hands were sweaty, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to like sit here and try to open it, so I just put it down, and then like, 4 songs in, I'm like, I needed that water because my throat's so dry and I'm like missing lyrics. But like the fans don't care. Like they don't boo me or they just sing. And like there was a part in the song where like I literally just like couldn't sing a whole line because my throat was so dry, and I gave like the water to I missed like a whole 8 bars of the song, but they just sing it like they don't care.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a fan base like that, I would feel pressured. Like, damn, like the show has to be perfect. I can't miss a lyric. I can't miss a line. I can't sing a note wrong. But every show I've made mistakes. But I don't think the fans even know. They're just so happy to see me. I
was going to say, I think it's the fact that you've actually come here as well. You've come here to perform for them.
I think the fans appreciated that too.
Yeah.
I felt the love yesterday, where it's like,
I was checking
it's a long trip for me too, you know.
I was checking the Facebook event for tonight's show, and the amount of love. It's like, he's doing a second show. It's amazing.
The love, and these shows sold out like instant too.
Yeah.
Like so, like Egypt, Cairo was actually my #1 followed city on Instagram, and it beats the next city 4 times over. It's like my #1. I don't even know how that happened. Like where or who. I don't know what song. Like, at one point, I just like, damn, like Cairo's my biggest city. I don't know.
You got good people behind you. That's why.
Yeah, man, and I got good fans. Like, I have respectful fans who come. Like, they're excited to see me, but they don't ever cross the lines. They don't do. I'm so happy with the fan base that I have. Like, just the people who decided to support me. Like, we all have fun. They respect each other. There's no fights or like there's no crazy stuff happening at the shows.
There's nothing but love.
It's nothing but love, man. Love songs and just
inspired by your lyrics, surely.
Maybe that's what it is.
There you go. Okay, well, so when are you going to be coming back? That's the question that everyone's going to be asking.
Soon, man. I hope. I mean, the next world tour, I'm sure I'm coming to. Will be no reason not to come back. I don't know when that tour is, but the next time I tour, I'll be here.
Okay.
Hopefully with a bigger venue so the fans don't... Like, people like death threatening you. You better do a bigger venue, you better... And I was like...
Oh, and here come the haters again. It's like, we love you, but you need to do a bigger venue.
Or I'll kill you. I'm like, whoa, calm down. Like,
well, I can't do a bigger venue if I'm dead. So.
Yeah, but no, the love here is crazy. Like, it's a different type of love than any other show.
It's good love.
It's amazing love. Nah, I love Egypt.
Ali, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure, man.
Nothing but
thank you. I appreciate you.
All success for the future, and please make sure you do come back.
I'm coming.
And next time you can come on the show. And
maybe I'll have the Kadam Sara song to play you, bro. That's what
there you go. See, it would be right. Suddenly, right. Here's a guitar. Right, get on with it.
Awesome.
So yeah, that would be fantastic. So thank you very much for coming in.
Bro. I appreciate you.
Thank you.